Hi guys, it's always exciting for me to talk to a lot of technical people. So, being in industry for more than 20 years, working on different large-scale architectural solutions, I've been architecting more than 50, 60 smartphones across the globe. While being a leading smartphone vendor across the globe, we have built a lot of amazing smartphones. I'm sure you guys may be familiar with some of the exciting phones we have launched. So what we felt was that in last 2 years plus, so we also felt that it is very important that as the network is changing, the way people are using smartphone is changing a lot. So we felt that there is a need for a new interesting and operating system which is very important for the people in this connected world. So in my session I would be giving a very brief introduction on a 1+8+N. This is a terminology used by Huawei and also many people globally. So what we believe is that in next decade or 2 decades of time, the people are going to experience the digital world in a totally different fashion. So we have a smartphone, which is a one. We put it at the center of the whole world, and then every person has 8 devices which are very close to him, close to the smartphone. So which are very closely connected and have a lot of experience they can get out of these 8 devices because of the powerful capabilities of the smartphone. And then obviously we all know that IoT, which is the end devices which will be connected remotely to the smartphone and all these 8 devices to change how people are going to experience. So in this new terminology or new world where 1+8+N connected ecosystem, we do believe that a lot of different experience is going to come. So because of that, Huawei has been researching for last few years to bring up a new operating system, which we call it as an Harmony OS. And this operating system is a very amazing operating system, which is designed to work on all these devices, not just on a smartphone or not on 8 devices, but also on a small capable devices, all the IoT devices. So I'll be just briefly introducing what is this operating system and how it is capable of doing amazing things. And especially why we came to this community where people are excited of JavaScript and AngularJS is that, so our operating system, we call it as HMOS, not just, only available for the people to write in Java or many other advanced applications. But what we believed is that JavaScript is an important, technological framework where a lot of applications can be built, and consumers can consume this experience in all these 1+8+N devices. That's the reason we have also integrated, or I can say that more than integrated, we made it as an integral part of our operating system so that people can build amazing applications for the people on smartphones, on 8 devices and the N device. So my talk will be basically an introduction to all of them, and just to give you more thoughts on what is this 1+8+N connected world. I'm sure every one of you may be familiar with that, but probably you might not have visualized in this fashion. But what we believed is that in next decade, a smartphone will be at the center of the world, and these 8 devices, what we call it as a +8 devices, one is a watch, glass, speaker, and your second device, a second screen, what I mean, and the tablet, PC, and earbuds, and the car. These are the 8 devices which are closely linked to the smartphone, so that the experience of the consumers is going to be changed because of the lot of powerful capabilities. It could be computing capabilities, or it could be AI capabilities which can run on the smartphone. And also obviously there are so many N connected devices. We also divide these N connectors into multiple segments like smart home, fitness and health, entertainment, and travel, and mobile office. In this scenario, what we believed is that it is very important, even though they are very popular platforms for mobile devices or maybe connected small watches and all like Android, iOS. But what we believed is that these operating systems are not sufficient enough to build an experience on all these devices. And another important point is when developers are trying to build applications for these devices, they have to learn different components or different frameworks when they're building on smartphone. But when they're building for the watch or PC, obviously they spend a lot of their effort in learning these new technological platforms and try to build applications. So that's where we want to bridge this gap and build a new operating system which can make a developer more easy to build applications across all these 1+8+N devices, so that it is more easy for the developer not to think and learn a lot of new technology. And similarly, like you guys were you are passionate about JavaScript, which has been invented few decades back, but still which is being limited mostly onto the web, right? So, but what we believed with this system is that all the JavaScript experts who are there across the globe can utilize this option and build amazing applications to the world which is going to come with these 1+N+ devices. That why we came to you guys, to share our operating system. It's not that we want to promote our operating system, but what we believed is that if any kind of operating system want to become very popular, so obviously developers, if they want to build an application, they no need to write from the right. Most of the, for example, if you take an Android operating system, for last 2 decades, people have built a lot of reusable code bases in GitHub, and any developer who want to build an application or who want to create a new innovation, you can just pick some of these code bases from the GitHubs and they can reuse them. So similarly, in every platform, these kind of reusable components are available. So what we also thought that, we just checked it, understood that in the industry, because of the reusable components which are there across the industry, the open reusable components, any product development, not only in the free world, but also in the commercial world, where corporate world, people are started using these open source components and trying to build commercial products. So that's where we felt that, it is very important that for us, we also need to build a lot of reusable components so that the millions of developers across the globe can use these reusable components and make their application development more faster. Okay. So with that thought process, why with these, I think obviously you guys are familiar with these reusable components. I don't want to spend too much time on this. More importantly, basically efficiency, consistency, and when these components are used by many people across the market, so they have been tested and field proven. That means the developers don't need to spend too much time in testing these, these reusable components. Can really reuse them and then make it useful for the many other developers. So just to give you a very high level thought how important these reusable components, I just want to share a few statistics which are in the global statistics. If you see on Android framework itself, there is a tremendous reusable components. As you can see, 29K of components are already available in GitHub, and these reusable components are used by many developers across the globe. And similarly, on the right side, it shows how these reusable components going to be exponentially grown, or are grown in next 5 years. You can see that people are, a lot of developers across the globe, they're spending huge amount of their time to create, as part of their application development or as part of an interest, to create a reusable component which can be used by many other developers across the globe. So similarly, when I looked at JavaScript also, JavaScript being for a long time in the industry, more than 1 million JavaScript components are available on the market, on the GitHubs, or maybe in different places, which has been distributed, where people are using these JavaScript components to develop their advanced applications, right? So we also believe that this growth is going to continue a lot. So the main objective and the idea of our sharing today is that we want to see whether all these existing reusable JavaScripts, which are being mostly developed for probably web platform or bigger screen devices, but can it be used for the smaller devices like a smartphone, for a watch, or for your car dashboard, these kind of connected devices. So the whole intention here is that we want to encourage developers across the globe to come and convert or develop new components using our platform, which is same JavaScript platform. We don't change the JavaScript platform, but I will give you a brief introduction towards the end of this presentation. But so we want to encourage the developers to come and convert these reusable components so that they can be compatible to the lot of different devices like smartphone, TV, and all the connected devices. So that's how not only JavaScript, we also seen on iOS also similar kind of a trend is extensively there in the global market. So a lot of developers are building a lot of reusable components. So just to give you a few of the components, I think these may be already familiar to you guys because all of you guys are from the same domain. So there's a lot of JavaScripts which we listed over here. These are very useful on connected devices like smartphone, car, and TV, and many other small devices. So we do believe that there is a necessity in the market to convert or to rebuild a new components which can be used by many other developers across the globe. With that thought process, with that thinking, what we felt is that today these components are reusable components are available in the market, but they are just distributed across GitHub or many other places. There is no systematic way these reusable are organized, are developed by a community, any unique community. So there are individual people who are developing these components, not just for Android, not just for JS, or not for iOS. What we felt was that there is no single community which is driving these reusable components as a holistic way. So we felt that there is a need to build a separate ecosystem can focus on building these reusable components, and which can be available for all the platforms, not just Android, not just for iOS, not only for HMOS. Tomorrow maybe another platform going to come which may give you more advantages. With that thought process, we have created a new community which is Application Library Engineering Group. Main vision of this engineering group is to create lot of reusable components, or we can call it as a building blocks, application building blocks, which can be used by many developers across the globe to reduce their application development so that they can mainly focus on innovation is there. So with that thought process, we have created this community in India, and it's not Huawei alone has created this community. We have combined with MNCs like Wipro, L&T, okay, and many other universities and Click2Cloud across India. We're trying to bring all these interesting people together to build an organization, an open community which can be driven very focusedly to rebuild all the reusable components, or to bring all the reusable components so that they are all available for the next decade of requirement. Because the next decade, the requirement is may not be there on the web, but more on connected devices like smartphone, what I am talking about, all these connected 1+ N+ devices. So because of that, we build this whole ecosystem, and this ecosystem has been there for last 6 months, and we have a very encouraging response from the developers from India. A lot of events we have conducted across the different Android application development components and HMS application development, and we do have more than 20-25 IIT students joining this community and building a lot of reusable components in last 2-3 months. So it's very exciting for us. So what I come here is to share this experience and encourage all you guys to come, because you guys have a lot of experience in JavaScript development. So HarmonyOS is an application platform where you can use your basic JavaScript application development experience without learning any other new platform like Java or Kotlin or anything else. But you can write a very powerful user experience or innovations on smartphones and many other connected devices. So next few slides, I'm going to give you a very brief introduction about HarmonyOS and the JS framework, which is provided by HarmonyOS. Okay, so before that, what is an HarmonyOS? Just to give you a very brief and quick introduction, basically this is a distributed operating system. What we mean by distributed operating system is that the operating system is always, you can perform your capabilities or application functionalities in the distributed environment. You have a smartphone, you have a car, right? So you have an application. Your application can distribute the computing capabilities required for your application, some on your car dashboard and some on your smartphone. So that way you can achieve a bigger by utilizing the smartphone performance hardware capabilities or software capabilities which are there. So because most of these devices, like connected devices, either +8 devices may be having some hardware capabilities and software capabilities. If you go to +N devices, the hardware capabilities are quite limited. So that's where the HarmonyOS plays an important role, where the capabilities can be used seamlessly because of the design. From the beginning, the operating system has been designed for the distributed computing. So that's where the very brief introduction. I wish to play a small video. Okay, just give me a second just to give an introduction about this video. Can you guys listen to my video? Yeah.
Harmony OS is a future-proof, distributed, and smart operating system open to you as part of the initiatives for the all-scenario strategy. It will be able to run on 1+8+N devices in the future. For an end user, Harmony OS adopts a unified software system that delivers consistent, smooth, and secure experience across your smart devices. For a developer, Harmony OS adopts distributed technologies to integrate various smart devices into a super virtual device. Application developers can use this super virtual device to develop applications on different device forms, focusing on upper layer service logic without caring about device differences. Device developers can use the capabilities of multiple smart devices as needed and deliver a smooth experience through this super virtual device. As a whole new future-proof operating system, Harmony OS aims to play a vital role in a fully connected, intelligent world. We look forward to you joining the Harmony OS family and together with us, witnessing what an all-scenario smart ecosystem has to offer.
Okay, with that small introduction of Harmony OS, I just want to take you guys to a little more deeper insight. So how Harmony OS supports JavaScript and what you guys can do amazing things using these capabilities of Harmony OS. So here is a brief introduction. So we have divided the entire JS API framework into 3 different layers. So one is mainly designed mainly designed for the smartphones, tablets, and TV. The whole framework is a single framework, but based on the capabilities of device, the components available for you to use across the device is a little different. Advanced capabilities on smartphone, tablets, and TV. And the second one is the lightweight wearable devices. The specification defines clearly what kind of components from the above list can be limited in the lightweight wearable devices. And also there is another section or another specification for the much more smaller IoT devices. When I mean smaller IoT device which has a very less memory, so your JS framework is running on all the devices, and advanced devices like smartphone, TV, and smartphone are wearable devices, are a lightweight IoT device. So these framework makes it enable for the developers to automatically develop a single application and distribute on multiple devices and make sure that these applications can run on these small resource oriented devices without using much of the required memory or the computing capabilities. So that makes the Harmony unique framework. So people can develop applications in Harmony using Java, a complete like an Android development, or people who are only familiar with JavaScript, they really no need to learn any Java. They can use complete JavaScript framework, which is a standard JavaScript framework, and can develop a complete application, end-to-end application using Harmony OS. Just to give a little more further details, the whole JavaScript application structure has been redesigned so that it is more suited to a connected devices, or can I say consumer device. So if you can see here, the application structure has been defined in such a way that if some of you guys have some familiarity with any application development in Android or in iOS, there will be a structure where the application life cycle can be handled, because on a smartphone or on a connected device, when user is using this device, the behavioral experience or the life cycle is different from a web. So that's why Harmony has defined a very unique application structure for the JS, where you can see app.js will be there for each application what you are building, which has the complete application lifecycle management and handling. So developers can handle the entire application development. So structurally it is a little different, but when it comes to the basic coding, you can use the standard JavaScript coding and do amazing application development here. So but little more than a standard JavaScript, it also has a lot of advanced functionality, like especially when you are building an application, a smartphone application, what you really need to know is that a lot of resources, probably has to be used, like your image resources or your media resources. And these resources may be different from the screen size to screen size, right? No, when your smartphone is only 5-inch screen or maybe 6-inch screen, the resources used is totally different. So that's where the resource structure comes into picture, where you base on your screen size type, which is LDPI or HDPI. So you can maintain all your resources, so that when your application is built for that respect to hardware, target hardware, automatically the framework picks the required resources so that your final application size is small and can compatibly fit into the device. So here I don't want to teach you guys the complete HarmonyOS JavaScript framework. I just want to give a very brief introduction so that you guys know what are the capabilities it has, so that I will encourage all of you to come with us and learn what are the small differences which are there in application structure, and then use your existing and JS capabilities to build amazing applications. So like that, and it also provides advanced capabilities to provide multiple languages. When you're building an application, probably want to support more than a single language, like in Android or iOS. When you are building a application, generally you write and you provide the string translations for all the languages. So Harmony has a built-in experience for all this. So not only that, from your JavaScript, you can access the complete device capabilities, so system capabilities. Your smartphone may have a powerful camera, and it has a lot of sensors, right? Your gyroscope, your accelerometer sensor, your biometric sensor, your heart rate sensor, heartbeat sensor. So what you can make advantage of our JavaScript framework is that you can use all these sensors to build much more better applications for end consumers, right? So that's where and you don't need to again learn Java or some other framework to do all this. You can, I just gave a simple example here where you can register for an accelerometer events, and then you can write your JavaScript experience, your complete application experience using JavaScript based on your accelerometer events, or how the user is moving his smartphone, or how he is rotating his smartphone. You can use all the sensors. Today, why people are able to build amazing applications on your smartphone is because a lot of sensors available, like your geolocation sensor or your biometric sensors or many other are media related sensors. So HarmonyOS provides all these APIs through JavaScript, so that JavaScript developers can write much more advanced applications which can run on smartphones. Here I have seen phone, tablet, TV, and wearables, and also IoT devices. For each of the component and each of the sensors, we also have a clear definition what kind of functionalities you can pick on different devices, so that you can write a single code base which can run on all the devices. Yeah. So just to give you a little more advanced information, so here is another little more information on the system capabilities, where you can get the geolocation information on smartphone, tablet, TV, and wearable very seamlessly. You don't need to write a different code on a smartphone, on a wearable. And your JavaScript code will be the same across all the devices. And also you can get many more capabilities of your smartphone. So why I'm trying to stress on this point is that your application development will have more advanced experience only when you are able to use all the sensors and capabilities which are there in all these connected devices. That's where HarmonyOS comes into picture and provide an advanced and simple API through JavaScript, so that the people who are expertise in JavaScript can use these functionalities and build amazing applications for the end users. So that's a very brief introduction from my side. So about Harmony, probably I'm happy to answer if you guys have any question, because I'm not intended to teach you guys the complete framework. Just to give you one simple point, it's the same JavaScript framework. You don't need to learn a new JavaScript framework. We don't have a lot of difference. Almost most of the JavaScript capabilities you can use. And we are also building advanced library support, so that people who have a lot of libraries which are built in Angular or different existing JavaScript frameworks, they can be directly used, so that you can save a lot of time when you're building advanced functionalities. Like just now we have seen, when you want to write e-commerce application or a dating application on a smartphone which can run on a watch and a TV. So I would encourage people to come and experience what are the capabilities are there in HarmonyOS JavaScript framework, so that you can use all your existing experience and build your application much more faster way than learning a new framework. So we are also trying to launch a context in next month, which we call it a JS Code Wars, which we are going to invite all the JavaScript groups across India and globally, especially more focusing on India than global this event. So we want to encourage all of you guys to come and join us. And the more objective of this Code Wars session is that we want to pick the existing libraries which are already there, which has been built for your web-based experience, and convert them using Harmony JavaScript framework. It will be much more lesser effort, and finally they can be available as the libraries for other developers to use them when they are building enhanced applications. So we have an exciting prizes. We are going to award a lot of winners in this context. The whole intention is to learn together, and we want to encourage the community which has been there for 2 decades on JavaScript, not only limit themselves only to the PC and web-based experience, but we want them to come and see how they can use their expertise to build amazing user experience on connected devices, which we call it as 1+8+N devices. So with that, I come to end of my session. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer on those questions, and would encourage all you guys to please come and join the JS Code Wars event, which we are going to conduct in next month. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi again, Valluri.
Hi.
Thank you so much for that introduction to Harmony OS and that insightful view into how it works. While we were going through the talk, there is one question that came up, which I think we can take. So Hemant wants to know if 1+8+N has any kind of performance effect, because it's used to connect to multiple parties at the same time.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I think one of the important strategy we have built when we are building this entire OS is that we make sure that when your application is running on different devices, based on the device hardware capabilities and computing capabilities, the framework will automatically reduce the required computing requirements and then run it. And we also tuned the entire framework so that it can run on a low memory devices. That is very important. The whole Harmony OS is built in such a way that the low memory devices or low computing capability devices can effectively run and write advanced applications. So that is handled both at the framework design level and the runtime engine level. And not only that, but once you write your application, when your application is built for that particular target device, the framework or the build system automatically tunes it so that it just takes the required components and the required resources, so the computing load on the target device is quite less.
Right.
Hope this answers your question. Yeah.
Yes, I also do hope that answers your question, Hemant. We have another question that just came in from Venki. So let's take this very quickly. He wants to know how secure and reliable this platform is in terms of applying this OS on an end user device. And
yeah, I think that's an interesting question. One thing is basically this entire operating system is an open source based operating system. Okay, so that makes it more clear that any developer can look at this code and see the security capabilities of it. And a lot of importance has been given security, especially if you see when I shared the screen, the application structure. So whatever application structure is designed, it is only for this particular application. So the application can only drive or read the data of that particular application. It cannot access any other application which is running on the same device. So though it is more like a you can see, even though you're writing in a JavaScript, but it's more like a application oriented. I don't know whether some of you guys are familiar with the Android security structure, where each application runs in its own environment. So it doesn't have an access to the other application's data or other application, unless there is a specific way you get a grant permission and then access the data. It's completely designed using a microkernel architecture that helps you to provide a very advanced security for any applications running or people to hack into that, because it's completely a microkernel based architecture. Basically, I can say that it's more of a distributed microkernel based architecture.
Right. Well, I hope that answers your question, Venki. Thank you so much, Valluri, for answering that question.